Hello, and a huge welcome to K9 Dog Talk. This is the place for all of us who know that a dog isn't just a pet, they're family, plain and simple.
You love your dog, right? Of course you do. But what if I told you that some of the things we do every single day, things that seem totally harmless, could actually be shaving years off our best friend's life? It's a scary thought. So let's uncover these hidden dangers together, starting right now.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at some daily habits and their hidden dangers. Then, we'll dive into the science behind their health. And finally, we'll get right to the heart of it all, understanding the incredible bond we share.
Okay, first up, let's talk about two things we do every day: the walk and the meal that comes after. You won't believe how a few simple tweaks here can literally be the difference between life and death. So you get back from a great walk and you immediately fill up their food bowl. Seems normal, right? Well, it's actually like starting a ticking clock. See, when a dog is running around, its stomach can swing inside its body. If you pile a heavy food and water in there right away, the whole thing can literally flip over on itself, cutting off all blood flow. That's bloat, and it can be fatal in just a matter of hours. And the crazy thing is, the solution is so simple. It's just patience. When you get home, just wait. Let your dog chill out, lie down, and completely rest for about 30 minutes to an hour. That's it. That little bit of quiet time lets everything inside them settle down, and it almost completely eliminates the risk of that deadly twist. Now, what about the walk itself? Think about this. Every time your dog pulls on a leash that's attached to a collar, all of that force is concentrated on their throat. It's putting direct pressure on their windpipe, their trachea, and even their thyroid gland. Over time, that can cause some serious issues. But a harness, that's a total game changer. It spreads all that pressure safely across their chest and shoulders. It's such an easy switch to make for their health. All right, moving on from our daily routines, let's talk about the bigger picture. We're going to dive into some of the science behind keeping our dogs healthy for the long haul, focusing on some things that are super critical but often fly under the radar.
Get ready for this number, because it's a shocker. A full 80%, 80, of dogs over the age of 3 are suffering from some kind of dental disease. And the heartbreaking part? Most of us have no idea, because our dogs are absolute masters at hiding their pain. And listen, this is way more than just a little bad breath. That bacteria from their sore gums, it doesn't just stay in the mouth. It gets into their bloodstream and travels all over the body. It can damage their heart, put a huge strain on their kidneys and liver. It's a silent threat that's causing constant pain. So keeping those teeth clean is absolutely vital. And here's another silent threat. This one might hit even harder. Hard science has shown that being just a little bit overweight can shorten your dog's life by up to 2 full years. 2 years. Just think about that. That's hundreds of walks, thousands of cuddles, gone. You know, we've kind of been taught to think a chubby dog is cute, but really, it's a sign that something's not right. It's a huge risk factor for arthritis, diabetes, and heart problems. Here's a quick check you can do right now. You should be able to feel their ribs easily without pressing hard, and when you look down at them, you should see a clear waistline.
Okay, this next one is an urgent public service announcement. Grapes and raisins. They might be sitting in your fruit bowl right now, and they are lethally toxic to dogs. We don't even know exactly why, but we know what happens. Sudden, complete, irreversible kidney failure. And there's no safe amount. For some dogs, a single grape can be fatal.
And while we're talking about food dangers, let's talk bones. The rule here is super simple. Never, ever, ever give a dog a cooked bone. Cooking makes them brittle and they can splinter into tiny, sharp shards that act like glass inside their throat and stomach. Raw bones can be safer, but you absolutely have to supervise them.
And finally, a danger that we all need to be reminded of. A car is a metal box, and in the sun, it becomes an oven. On a day that feels just pleasantly warm, say 25 degrees, the inside of that car can skyrocket to a deadly 70 degrees Celsius in just 10 minutes. Dogs can't cool themselves down like we can. Leaving them for just a minute, it's a life or death gamble you should never, ever take.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of physical dangers. But our dogs are so much more than just their bodies, right? Their well-being goes deeper. So let's talk about the heart of our connection, understanding and nurturing their emotional health.
When we get frustrated and shout at our dogs, what do they actually hear? They don't understand the words. They don't connect your yelling with the puddle they made 10 minutes ago. All they register is your loud voice, your angry energy, and they get scared. Shouting doesn't teach a lesson. It just chips away at the trust they have in you.
And this is even more true when it comes to fear. A dog who's terrified of thunder or fireworks, they can't help it. It's an involuntary reaction. Punishing them for being scared is just cruel. It adds a whole new layer of trauma. Now, not only are they terrified of the storm, they're terrified of you during the storm. And this is why you are the most important person in your dog's life. You know them better than anyone. You know their quirks, their routines. So if you see a sudden change, if they're suddenly tired or grumpy when you touch them, or not interested in food, that's a red flag. That's often the first sign they're not feeling well. Always trust your gut. A quick trip to the vet is never a waste of time. At the end of the day, this all comes down to one thing: respect. Our dogs aren't living teddy bears here for our amusement. They're complex, feeling beings who have a right to their own personal space. When you learn their subtle language, a yawn, a lip lick, a head turn, you're learning to hear them when they say, "I'm a little uncomfortable." And respecting that, that's how you build a bond that's truly unbreakable. Whew! We have covered a lot of ground. I know it's a lot to take in, so let's just boil it all down to the most important, actionable things you can start doing today to give your best friend an even happier, healthier life. Here it is, your action plan. Number 1, wait at least a half hour after walks to feed them. Number 2, make that simple switch from a collar to a chest harness. Number 3, make teeth and weight checks a regular part of your routine. And number 4, and this is a big one, when your dog is scared, be their safe place. Give them comfort, not punishment. This says it all, doesn't it? To them, we're their entire world. We're their protectors, their companions, their source of safety and joy. It's this incredible, profound responsibility we have to truly be the amazing person they already believe us to be. By making these kinds of small, informed changes, you really can be the best owner possible. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. To keep learning how to protect and enrich your dog's life, make sure you subscribe to Canine Dog Talk. We've got so much more to share with you.